All right, welcome to Humpdays.
Welcome back, Humpers. We're so excited to have you back. Today we're going to talk about the plastics, the lizard people. Why does everyone look the same? All these celebrities look the same.
Yeah, all these celebrities in Hollywood, they all look the same. They all look like they have come back from the future. They all look like they've come out of a UFO.
That's true.
They've left the planet 5 years ago and have come back looking like somewhat
A
aliens.
Korean woman midway through an allergic reaction.
Yeah, Korean woman midway through an allergic reaction. Thanks, Madonna. You set the tone. Another trendsetter.
Yeah, check out
Another
the Madonna
trendsetter.
video if you want us to go in on Madonna. But this is kind of what we were thinking about. We're seeing Ariana Grande. She looks like, I don't know, everyone went from like ethnically ambiguous Instagram face. That was like a thing for a while, and I think it still is. But now it's sort of going into alien with like Grimes. Ariana Grande just kind of switched up her whole look.
Yeah.
White seems to be super in again.
Yeah.
Well, white passing was still a thing with like the ethnically ambiguous Instagram thoughty look.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like you have to be like ethnic enough but still white-ish, you know?
It's kind of whitewashy.
Yeah. But now I feel like it's super white, like Korean white,
Yeah.
you know?
It's
Yeah.
weird.
Well, they do have a very big buying power. So,
Like even Megan Fox is pale as snow now again.
yeah, Megan Fox, I don't know. Like, I mean, she's still hot. Like, I mean, it's still
Yeah,
like everyone
she
would do her, but it's just,
Yeah.
she just doesn't look like how she did in Transformers. And not the fact that, like, oh, she looks older and different. It's just like, she doesn't look older.
She just looks the same as everyone else.
She looks the same as everyone else, like the same plastic format, like a sex robot. She looks like a sex robot.
Well, that's what she said. Actually, she actually said that to defend herself.
What?
She was like, because remember we saw that photo of her on with
At the
Taylor
Super Bowl.
Swift at the Super Bowl
Yeah.
after the Super Bowl, and she looked like very typical, like the, you know, like
Yeah.
the kind of talk way. It's all fine until you move. That's like
Yeah.
the key here too. It's like all looks good, and it seems to have to be from a specific angle too, because yeah, she was like, actually, like that's just a bad angle. It was like from the side, and she just kind of looked like this. We'll put it up, but
Yeah.
she then, you know, defended herself on Instagram, put up probably a very like photoshopped, face-tuned photo.
Yeah, it's very easy to
defend
tell.
herself. Like she had no under eyes, so
Yeah.
that's kind of a giveaway.
And you have 2 kids and you're in your 30s. Like, you have to have a little bit under eye.
Yeah. You gotta be tired.
And you went through a divorce. So,
Yeah,
so-
just recently too.
Yeah,
It's so have some under eye.
yeah.
It's too unconvincing. But
Well-
she was like, I actually look fine, and she said, I don't look like a Ukrainian blow-up sex doll. I look like one of those high-tech Japanese super realistic sex dolls. And then she was like, boom,
Yeah.
boom,
Book me for your next project.
back at you haters.
Well, I think it is because the girl from the show, The Boys, she had that cute girl next door look, and then she did plastic surgery, and now she looks like that. And I
Yeah.
think it has to do with like a lot of these girls that are just like there to look pretty and they don't have any acting range. They all have to look the same. So because Hollywood's all about who you know and who you blow. So it's just like,
Yeah,
so if it's all about who you know and who you blow, it might as well look like a sex doll.
yeah.
So who's
Well,
the best? Who's the best sex robot?
I mean, it'll sell more than an aging human woman.
Yeah, because it's not like
Gross.
Megan Fox has acting range. It's not like
No, and also she also looked really good in Transformers. That's when she blew up, and she didn't have.
But she got
Surgery
that
then,
role.
did
Do you hear
she?
about how she got that role? Michael Bay just asked her over and just said,
Oh,
"Wash
yeah,
my
yeah, I
car."
did hear about
just
that.
wash my car.
Well, that's what she did in the movie.
Wash.
It is like technically an audition. He was like, it does not matter. It's not a non-speaking role. The most important scene, and that became one of the most like people.
Well, she was
picture
working under
Megan
the
Fox, they
hood,
picture
but
her
yeah,
on
it was
a
just
car.
Just yeah, they look
Washing
like
a
you're washing
car.
a car.
Yeah, all wet.
Oh, sweaty.
That's
and
what you
just-
see when you think of Megan Fox. Like that's even burned into my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Her iconic role.
She looks so good there. But she still had her little bump in her nose and like a unique look, you know, and now it's like, yeah, it's just like one angle only looks good. And if you catch her from the side, it looks terrifying. But like if it looks, you know, and it's completely like her nose is completely straight, completely perfect. It's like, I don't know, we're just losing that humanity. And I don't know if like that's necessarily hot anymore. I don't know if it's trendy anymore. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
Body trends are a thing. Like body types aren't even like there's not even just like beauty standards. There's beauty trends, and then it just like flips. Like we went black, now we went white, now we went bigger tits, bigger butt to like now.
Alien face.
Yeah, and rock thin again. And that was like also thin before in the 70s. Like it's very
But curves
ridiculous.
in the 60s with Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Everyone had curves.
Yeah.
That's true. It is kind of funny where it's just like, because like in Austin, Texas, like everyone is just like, this is a very beautiful city, but it's just like, it's natural beauty. And like, you go to Dallas, people have their tits done and whatever, but it's just like,
Sure. Yeah.
you know what it is. But if you go over to LA, it's just like this plastic kingdom where everyone wants to look alike. No one wants to step out of line. Cause it's all a status thing.
Yeah.
Like they want to, like if they see a girl aging gracefully, we're like, well, she's difficult to work with.
She must be poor.
She must be difficult to work with.
Absolutely poor. Yeah. But there is this class divide that's occurring. It's like if you can just like visually see I can't remember who said it, but they were basically like an ordinary person will be ugly. Like the ordinary will become ugly because they're just like can't afford the look that the new beauty standards is like only what you can afford. Like there's not like a natural beauty standard all of a sudden. Unless we do see that shift.
I think to an extent of like what they tell you it is, but it's like men are gonna find what's hot what they've always found hot. Like women, their minds can be set on what's hot because it's just like their perception of a guy can easily change by like how you're spoken to about him. Like, oh, he does this type of behavior. He's not responsible. He's like a trash human being, and then you can automatically not find him hot. But with guys, it's just like, yeah, she killed her mom and like drowned a baby and like eats puppies, and you're like, yeah, but she's hot, like, and she sounds crazy. Like I gotta try.
Oh my god.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of different that way. So it's just like you can't fool guys to like think that this woman who looks like an alien now is hotter now than she was back then, where it's just plastic, thin, no curves, no boobs. Like evolutionary speaking, it's just like guys like girls with butts and boobs.
Well, that's still very much a surgery that's happening. Like the
Yeah.
BBL.
Oh, the BBLs.
Remember we
Oh
saw
my
the
God.
BBL lineup on there's a viral clip of the people getting BBLs, just like a whole plane of them. Like everyone's like backwards on their seats and like just full on BBL factory out of, I don't know. We'll find out.
You just flew in from Miami.
When you return from Miami.
All the BBLs.
Well, yeah.
Did you find out where
Yeah,
it's at?
so like Florida, Miami
Oh, it's
is
out of
responsible for 15 to 18. Florida is responsible. Miami, Florida, the Miami-Dade County
Yeah.
is responsible for 15 to 18,000 Brazilian butt lifts a year.
Oh my God.
That's a lot of influencers.
And all of them, and Kylie Jenner is responsible for all of Miami's BBLs.
Yeah.
Kylie and Kim.
Those butts are very famous and everyone wants that butt. Give me the Kardashian butt.
When you said LA and Miami like are more plastic or whatever, and then Austin's more natural beauty, I would even say like it's probably not natural, it's just like a different aesthetic.
Botox.
There's like two different, it's just Botox. Like Botox is like the gateway drug, and then filler, and then surgeries, and more, and then like you have to, you reach a point of no return. And then it's like, where's the line between Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox? Like, how many procedures does it take until you cross that threshold?
Well, you said something earlier about like how the beauties, like all the surgeries are a way for like poor people to be ugly and whatever. But it's like, do we really find them hot though? Like, I mean, they
Right.
could think they're hot, but it's like, you know how much money they spend to like get that ass and then take it off again and then
Yeah.
everything in between. Like I don't know. It's very expensive.
It's very expensive.
I have to keep doing it to keep up. Like,
And you're all going to age, like, no matter how much money you have, you're going to age. So at some point, you're either going to look old and gross like a human woman, or you're going to look like
Madonna.
a terrifying Madonna alien, right? And
Yeah.
you have a choice to make, and you kind of have to make that choice at like age 26? Like, that's truly when you face that fork in the road as a woman,
That the name of the show is so fitting in today's society. keeping up with the Kardashians.
Yes.
It's just like their
It's hard to
surgeries.
do.
It's just like it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
But like because with fillers and all that stuff, like all the celebrities do it.
Yeah.
But it is like just falling in line and how they're so insecure about not looking good anymore, like losing that status of being good looking.
Yeah.
Like even with the guys, like the Clooney dog, George Clooney, he had an eye lift.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
like, come on.
I mean, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, but you do it when you're 50. Like he's had an eye lift in his 50s. I want
Yeah.
my eyes to look rejuvenated, and he goes around
interesting.
selling eye cream. It's like, how dare you,
That's
sir?
what they all do. They all get the surgery and then sell a cream.
But it's like
So rude.
it's like, but it is an insecurity thing. So it's like that. I think that's what shows from it. It's just like how like, well, because a lot of girls have said like I get boobs for confidence. Like my boobs done for confidence and stuff like that. And that doesn't really like turn off guys. Like, oh, she wanted confidence. She wanted to be a confident girl. But confidence is a big thing for girls to find guys attractive.
Yeah.
So like,
That would signal insecurity.
yeah. So like that would signal, oh, he's got his eyes done. Like I always heard a girl like
Yeah.
a girl that we know. She dated one of my friends, and she has her boobs done. She said this with her big giant boobs that, oh, do you know so and so? He went and got hair implants. It's like, so he's losing his hair.
And she was like, isn't that so attractive?
Isn't that like so? Like she just felt unattractive by it. And it's just like, you did the same thing with your boobs.
Yeah.
It's just
Right.
like you did the same thing with your boobs. You felt unattractive.
Yeah.
You felt like you weren't getting enough attention. You were insecure about your boobs.
Yeah.
And then you wanted the attention and the self, what's it called? Like,
I feel like the only way that a guy could get surgery that was attractive is if he like had his face blown off in battle, you know, and then it was like reconstructed.
that's
His
how plastic-
eyelids were swollen shut, and then he reconstructed them back, and he just happened to look 20 years younger. It's like the whole deviated septum thing. They have to make a new excuse like that.
well, that's how plastic surgery started. Was like guys would come back from war and their faces would be blown off, so like
Yeah.
doctors would help them with that.
Yeah.
And then the women
That's
are-
reconstructive. That's
Yeah.
different than like the aesthetic
The
one,
aesthetic
but
part.
Yeah.
But they all get it
Yeah.
done, and then like even though like the guys like Zac Efron, like he gets
Yeah.
like a brand new. He's like he went off on a rant and how he wants to be taken seriously like as an actor, and he goes and gets his jaw done. Whoa.
Whoops.
Whoops.
It's okay.
Oh, it's not even loaded. We're safe. It's not gonna be an Alec Baldwin incident.
Oh my god.
Gun on set. Maybe that's why we need to be careful about this for monetization.
But he gets
Gel blaster.
the dude gets his face all done up, jawline, and then the first serious role he takes that movie that we saw, the Iron Claw, where he's a wrestler. So he does steroids and he's in his underwear the whole time. So it's like, no, you don't want to be taken serious as an actor. You just want to be hot and have like easy lines where you just look
It's
sad all
hard
the
when
time.
it's hard when your whole like thing is being pretty, I guess, and then you start to get hit by aging. Like that's tough. Like that's probably what happened to Megan Fox too.
Yeah, well-
but sorry, go ahead.
Well, same thing with Matt Rife. He got his jaw done, teeth
Well,
done.
Allegedly.
Well, allegedly. No, he
Teeth
did.
done, yeah.
He got his teeth
Yeah.
done and his jaw done. And there was that story going around of how, remember that one thing that we saw, that one clip was one guy, he's a realtor, and he's like saying like, you know, I was a stand-up comic and like we got into this room with these executives.
Yeah.
Apparently it was a parody. He claimed it was a parody.
Oh, isn't true?
I don't know. I think it might be true, and I think
Really?
he's like scared of the repercussions.
Scared of the
But
repercussions?
I don't know.
But
I don't know.
just to show how dark of a place Hollywood is, it's just
Yeah.
like, you know, both you guys are good-looking guys.
Yeah.
And you guys want to be YouTube stars. If you guys blow us, you'll be stars. And then the guy said, before I even left the room, Matt Rife was on his knees.
With two dicks. He
With
said two dicks at the same
Two dicks
time.
at the same
Sucking
time.
two of them. And I was like, all right. Like,
Honestly, that's kind of hot. I think it'll work in
I
his
mean, he has a
favor.
big jaw. Like, I couldn't believe he could have fit him. Like,
Yeah. It's
Go
kind of funny.
Maddie.
it's wild.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, it's a lot of work to go viral without doing something like that. Let's both do that. Let's put ourselves out there.
You know, actually, you know what? Actually, I don't think it's true because that is like a very awkward moment, and he's very good at crowd work. So I think he would have said a joke before getting on his knees. I think he would have done a little bit of crowd work. I think he would have like eased the tension a little bit. So maybe that story isn't true.
Kylie is an interesting case too because she's been getting a lot of criticism lately for looking really old. Like everyone's like saw her at I can't remember what Hollywood event. Maybe it was
I
the
love that.
Oscars or something.
That
I
would
don't
be the
know.
best insult for a Kardashian. Just to say just a subtle nag. okay, oh, you look old. What's wrong?
Oh God. Oh God.
Like,
She was like brutally ripped apart.
like, I think if anyone ever sees a Kardashian out there, just be like, it's nice to meet you. You look a lot older in real life. They'll be on the phone with their surgeon the next day, like on the hour.
Yeah, exactly. She probably was freaking out, but she said that she wouldn't let her kids get plastic surgery.
Yeah, on camera as a lie. It's just
She regrets it. Well, I think she probably does regret it because she was like, I don't know. She does look creepy. Like it looks good again, frozen, paused, certain angle, right? But the second there's movement, it just starts to like be a little bit like they talk. Like I'm exaggerating, but that's the talk.
No, that's right.
And it's like and she looked kind of a bit worn, bit older, just because like the things that they do is like kind of force older facial features, like stronger cheekbones by like filling them and like a more defined jaw. Like those are all things that happen as you age. So it aged her. But then now maybe she'll like, now that she looks 40 or so, maybe now she'll just like stay 40 and maybe it's like the compliment they're going for is that she's like ageless, for like a few years they'll be like, what? You look the same until she's 40. And then it's like crazy after that.
Well, the thing is, like, everyone always says, like, I don't know how it is, but everyone says it's an addiction. Oh, I have a surgery addiction.
Yeah.
So there's no way that they're going to stop getting surgery.
No.
So it's just starting. So it's going to be hilarious what they look like.
Well, it's never going to be good enough. It's never going to be good enough because
That's
there's always
true.
going to be something new. Like,
Yeah, and they don't have personalities because they can't keep a man.
Yeah.
Like it's just like they're not like
That made me feel sad. But it's true. Like that's the sad thing is that they don't have a personality, so they have to like just look cool and have all these different looks. I mean, also part of it is that all we see online is like completely face tuned. Like in real, once you see even like a crease or something, it's like looks 50. It's like she might not look 50, but I don't know. But I think it does make her look more mature.
Do you think they deserve the criticism they get?
What do you mean? It depends on the criticism, but like, she deserves like criticism for literally getting lip injections and then selling a lip liner to girls. Like, I don't know. That's a very valid critique. Calling her looking old or whatever. It's like, yeah, that's kind of valid, but it's also a little cruel if you know that she's kind of having to like keep up with it all. I mean, I guess, but it's like, yeah, they do. They profited a lot off of like making people feel awful. So, yeah.
They're terrible people.
They've they're responsible for all of those BBLs, and like BBLs is not an easy
People
recovery.
die
And it's
from them.
also the worst surgery you can get.
It is like the most dangerous surgery you can get. Like people die from it because you're injecting fat into your veins, so that can go into your organs. So it's like that's how people are dying.
Yes.
Is it their mom's fault though? Because I feel like she started this whole thing.
Exactly, like
this
they were
entire
kinda
empire of
groomed.
robots. Yeah.
And it is very normalized. Like a lot of people are like, oh, it's just filler. Like it's not invasive. It's sort of like, I don't know, putting on lipstick at this point. Like it's not necessarily seen as a scary thing.
It's
like
though.
like it's reversible, and it's like not really reversible because you do kind of stretch your skin, and the surgeries aren't reversible.
Yeah, there's a lot of surgeries that are getting pressed upon young adults that are not reversible.
Yeah.
Like what?
A lot of teens going through a hard time.
Oh my god.
That is true. Grimes is an interesting case though because typically people have been very closed off about surgery. Only recently has it become like a bit of a brag or a status symbol, but even the Kardashians aren't showing you their recovery. But Grimes went online and just like posted her like post-op face immediately, and she's going for she always is going for an alien look.
Yeah.
She's always has, but she's going for like a very purposefully like freakish look, and she didn't touch her nose. Audrey, you were upset about that. You're like, she needs a nose job. Her nose is her whole thing. She doesn't want to do the thing the Dirty Dancing girl did and
Jennifer
just
Grey.
like ruin her career. But
Fair.
but she was she's gone full alien, and she's like, it's interesting because it's like, there's gonna be like that alien route or that Miami route, and then that kind of like Tweakman natural route, but like nobody is really natural anymore. What is natural?
That's true. Like even Gwyneth Paltrow with all her veganism and her recipes and her like vagina candles, like she still had work done on her face.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and she still looks good though.
Yeah, she looks good. She did it the right way. Like
It's
it's
a good job. It's not even her. It's funny how we all say like she did the right way, but it's like just whatever luck of the draw doctor you get.
well, I think it's like, okay, do you want to be pretty? Do you want to be cute, or do you just want to go hard in the paint and still try to be fuckable? Like, do you want to be that fucking that
interesting.
fuckable fantasy? Like that's what like the Megan Fox is trying to do. That's what like the Kardashians are trying to do. Where it's just like, do you still want to be like that dirty girl, not like the fun girl next door, like the dirty girl next door? And like that's the look that
Right.
they're going for.
Yeah.
It's like it's not like aging gracefully where you still look good at your age. You're very pretty. You're compatible with others. You're someone you take home to your parents, or are you the girl like you sneak out the back door
Right.
because you do the nasty.
You're high. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a bad point. Could be that clinging to that too. I think it's also this weird thing where everyone wants to look like someone else, like this ideal, not necessarily themselves. Like it's not like people are preserving their face as they age. Like that's a different route.
Do you think because they've done
They're
so
like
many
changing
they've
it.
done so many heinous things in Hollywood that it's hard for them to look themselves in the face anymore?
Like over
Just
it.
shame.
Just the shame. Just have to look themselves in the mirror. It's just
Oh
like
my god.
get rid of it.
Like I'm a different person. I'm a new me.
Throw it away.
You're a new me.
Yes, I'm a star, but at what cost?
People do grieve their old faces. That's a whole thing. That's a whole thing. People go through like a whole process feeling like, oh fuck, what have I done?
That's so scary.
I know. Wouldn't that be scary?
I'm just picturing like one of the Kardashians just lighting a candle like that, like in memoriam, just like in memoriam of my 2016 face.
Wow. Yeah, I go back sometimes and I look up like them as kids. I'm like, I couldn't even tell who's who.
What happened to these white bitches?
Jesus.
Well, I mean, you can tell who Chloe was.
Right. Always could.
That's all.
Oh
Chloe
my
has had
God.
surgery, but she's also just a face, like over face tuner. Because like
Yeah.
every photo is completely different. They've shown them like side by side, and it's just like, I wonder if they do it themselves or if they have someone doing it. Because I
What?
feel like the editing, they have to like constantly edit everything. Because only when you see them at an event do you see any wrinkle, right? Or like anything wrong.
Even then, it's like that camera's at a distance. And
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like super well lit.
it's like they've been told like you got to get the right angle. She'll give you the wink. Like
Yeah.
it's just like there's no like caught off guard where she's talking to anyone or anything like that.
After all of this like plastic surgery stuff though, I do feel like with AI and these AI influencers coming in and like Facetune and everybody's just like, what the heck? Who's a real person? Who's not? I feel like there could very well be a shift to embracing natural things to kind of like signal that you're even human versus like an AI bot. It could be a thing. You don't think so?
No, I mean, it just sounds terrifying, but I do agree with you. Like,
It might come back in trend.
yeah.
What would the
I'd
signal
save
be?
a lot of money
Like a wrinkle.
in that case. So that's
Like a wrinkle could be a signal, right? I mean, I'm sure that AI would be able to replicate wrinkles too, but I think, I don't know, there's this interesting, there might be like a window of opportunity here to be like super wrinkled and human and counter to like the IG face.
Yeah, but what would you be able to sell?
True. True. True.
Gwyneth Paltrow vagina candles?
Yeah, some kind of like confidence. Okay, we're good. We're good. Getting close. Some kind of I don't know, confidence course. Fashion. You'd go the fashion route.
fashion
I think
route.
that's an important thing to embrace when you age too. It's just like to get more fashionable. But
Yeah, you can't.
you were talking about this one bad story though of this girl that was like totally cute and then just like completely went rogue.
Yeah, the girl from The Boys, like the comic
Yeah.
book show, The Boys. That's on the
That
show that's
went
on
viral recently.
Amazon Prime. It's a great superhero show, and she had the girl next door look, blonde girl. And then they're going in their fourth season now, so all the contracts are getting re-upped. So she had to go and get plastic surgery like they all do when that first contract's up.
And it was a perfect example of her morphing into like that face that we're talking
The face
about.
in Hollywood.
Like the Instagram face.
Yeah,
or
because it's
Hollywood face,
a superhero show, and I mean, there's no acting range in these superhero movies. So that's what she's gonna be typecast as, and that's what she's gonna be going up against. So she might as well look like everyone else in the room, so she's not seen as difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that could be it
So
too.
show that you're down for the cause. Go get the surgeries done.
Yeah.
Don't be difficult. that's
Everyone, like,
conform.
go
If
get
you want to be an
surgeries.
actress, you have to look like an alien, or else they're gonna think you're difficult.
And poor.
Difficult.
And
Oh my
everyone will
God.
think you're poor.
And if you ask for a decent meal in your trailer,
You're getting a Happy Meal.
if
You
you
gotta be
ask
happy
for
about
if
it.
you ask for carbs, if your writer says you want carbs in your trailer, and you're not getting plastic surgery or liposuction, difficult.
Difficult.
Never
Gross.
working again.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Well, maybe cellulite will be trending again soon, guys. We can only hope.
Yeah.
Or being a normal human is just going to continue to be even more ugly.
Yeah, I think you ladies just need a guy to make cellulite look hot first, and then you guys can have it.
Let's get the gaze on it.
Get the case on the cellulite.
Well, we're really close to monetization, guys. If you made it this far, you're an awesome fan, and we would love for you to check out this playlist.
Check
We'll
out this
pop it up
playlist.
right here.
Pop right here. Let's do it while you sleep. It'll help us get
Run through
monetization.
it. We're so close. We're getting close to those watch hours and subscribers, and we'd so appreciate it. We're so excited. Also, check out down below for upcoming shows at Austin, Texas. If you're in Austin, Texas, we would love to see you at a stand-up comedy show. And if you have a good dating story, you could be the winning audience member with the best dating story of the night.
Cash prizes.
Cash prize.
Cash money, baby.
Ooh, can't beat that. Ooh, so exciting.
All right. Thanks
All
for coming.
right. Thanks for coming. Let us know when and how you're going to get a surgery done.